Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I just wanted to do a quick review today of a little battery powered air compressor that Kemimoto sent to me. Ought to be pretty neat for the motorcycle, bicycles and stuff like that. Even if a vehicle tire, if you need to air one up. It says here, copper motor, metal cylinder block. I guess it has lighting on it. Check your tire pressure. 60 seconds to fill the air. Depends on what you're filling. Quick connector. The quick connector is always nice because you don't have to thread the thing off and lose an air while you do it. You just put it on this quick connect, so I like that part. Suitable for cars, motorcycles, bicycles, inflatable cushions, and balls. It's actually pretty small to be in a box like this. I haven't opened it yet, but we'll see. 12 volt DC to charge it. 120 watt. Maximum current's 10 amp. Air pressure. Max is 100 psi. Flow is 30 liters per minute. Cord length 3.0 meters. Air hose length 50 centimeters. So let's take this little thing out of the box and see what's in here. I'm going to let the air out of this motorcycle tire, and we're going to see how long it takes to air it up. But I will have to stop the video and charge this thing first. So let me scoot the camera up where we can see this a little better. All right, take this out of the box. Got a good handle here, looks like. And what we got here? Instruction manual. USB charging cable. So it's pretty cool. You can charge it on your motorcycle. You can charge it in your bike. It's got a spare fuse, an adapter here. We got different adapters. We got a thing to inflate like basketballs, footballs. Look how compact this thing is. Pretty cool, huh? Looks like it's got some vents to help it cool itself down. And the hose is going to come out the bottom right here. Well, it's a longer hose than I thought it was. And it does have the quick connector, so you put it on, push it down, locks it. And here is the lighter plug cord. So it looks like a pretty long cord. Stick that back in there, so it's a nice place to keep the cord stowed away inside here. Let's see what the manual says. Okay, so if we switch the switch on the back here to the left, we can run it off 12 volt DC, the lighter plug into here. Center is off. Switch it to the right, and we're going to run it off of the battery. You can see it come on right there. We can set our air to what we want. We got it set on PSI now. We'll set this thing to 22 PSI, which is what the CRF300L needs. So now we got it set on 22 PSI. We're on battery. I want to make sure this is charged up first before we hook it up and see if it charges it up, because it does show on the little display here that we're only about 2/3 charged to half charged, so definitely need to charge it up. Okay, so the first test is I'm going to test it off with the 12 volt DC. I'm going to let the air completely out, and we'll see how long it takes to charge it to 22 PSI from the 12 volt DC. And that didn't take long. Okay, we'll take the quick connector and connect it up here. We'll set it to on the 12 volt side. Okay, so make sure we're on 22 PSI here. 22. And I want to start my stopwatch here, and we'll see how long it takes to air it up to 22 PSI and stop. There we go. It says we're at 12 pounds already. That would be awful fast if it is, but it might be. 16 pounds. We've only been going for 38 seconds. 20 pounds. That'd be extremely fast if that's real. 22 PSI right there. Stop. So about 46 seconds. Now let's take this thing off and check the air pressure. Of course, I'll lose a little bit right there by taking it off. So this is a gauge I usually use, and it's pretty decent accurate. I mean, you can't be 100% on any of them, but it'll be really close. 23 PSI. That's actually incredible. I mean, to air it up that fast to 23 PSI from totally flat, that's really quick. We will try this now on the battery and see what happens. Okay, so now I have it charged up. We're going to try this again. I need to, well, first I'll show you a couple of things it has on here. Turn it on. If I push this R button, turn on the light. There it flashes. Turn it off. If you hold this button down, you can change through the different modes. Right now we're on PSI. So if you hold it down, you can go to bar. You can go to KPA, or you can go to KGCM. Okay, so we'll go back to PSI and make sure that we're on 22 right there. We're going to go ahead and let the air back out of this tire again. Put this on here. Now I got my stopwatch ready here. We'll turn it on and then we'll see how long it takes. So about the same, 44, 45 seconds. That is actually really impressive. We'll take this back off here. Check our air again. 23. That is so impressive. Well, let's go out here and see on something else. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and try this on a bicycle. Now, if this is a Schrader valve, if you have a Presta, this does come with a Presta to Schrader valve adapter, so pretty nice that they included that. Go ahead and let the air out. Even though this tire is actually pretty low, yeah, pretty low, it's actually flat, I guess. Wasn't much there. I'm just going to go ahead and leave this on 22 PSI. And we'll go ahead and turn this on. Make sure we're on 22 PSI. Yes, we are. Let's go ahead and turn it on. So about 15 seconds. Really impressive. Okay, now I want to try this on a lawnmower tire. And this lawnmower tire is supposed to be 10 PSI. Go ahead and let the air out here. And we need to set this on 10 PSI. And we'll turn it on. Okay, so that aired that up actually pretty quick. It didn't seem as quick. It actually took longer than a motorcycle. That's because this tire has a lot more volume in it of air. So you have to fill up all the volume before you start getting any pressure. And once it starts getting pressure, it's done it pretty fast. So that's still really fast. Okay, now, so after airing up the motorcycle, airing up the bicycle, and airing up the lawnmower tire, now I'm actually going to try airing up the truck tire. All on the same charge. I have not recharged this since the first time. And we'll see if it has the battery to do it. So we need to go ahead and set this on 32 PSI, which is what I run in my truck tire. And set on 32 PSI. Go get my watch ready on the timer. Okay, let's put the stem back, or the valve core back in this, so it'll be a fair shootout here. All right, so you're supposed to run this 8 to 10 minutes. If it runs longer than that, then you need to shut it off, let it cool down for 15 minutes. Then you can run it in another 8 to 10 minutes. You don't want to get this too hot and overheat it. And airing up bigger tires could work it pretty hard. But we're going to find out right here. So let's go ahead and get my watch ready. Okay, we are started. And so because this tire has a lot of volume, it's going to take a lot before it starts registering pressure. If I've been noticing that whenever this starts to register pressure, is about 5 pounds before it actually starts registering, so no lower than 5 pounds will it show. I can definitely tell that it's airing the tire up. And this is, like I said, I charged this one time, and I think it took about an hour and a half to charge it. So I charged this one time, we aired up the motorcycle, we aired up the bicycle, and we aired up the lawnmower, and now we're airing up this truck tire on the same charge. We've been 1 minute and 20 seconds. We are at 8 minutes and we are 29.5 PSI. So it said 8 to 10 minutes. Between 8 to 10 minutes, you should shut it off, let it cool down. We're going to go ahead and run it and see if we can finish airing this up. We're at 30 PSI before the 10-minute mark. 9 minutes. Just about 9 minutes exactly. 32.5 PSI. How awesome is that? Wow, very impressive. I cannot believe I just aired up that motorcycle tire, the bicycle tire, the lawnmower tire, and this truck tire with this little compressor. And it is a little warm, but there's no actual odor like it's getting hot. It's not actually hot, it is warm. That is very impressive. So I have just found my new favorite compressor. The cool part is being able to charge it by USB, being able to plug this into a cigarette lighter in your vehicle. So if you did run this battery dead, take the cord out, plug it into your vehicle, your motorcycle, whatever, and you're still not out of air. You can still actually air things up. So having this out on a trip in your Jeep or truck or motorcycle, bicycle, this is incredible. So very impressed. I did not expect it to ever do this good. I figured I might air up the motorcycle tire and probably be the dead battery, but to do all this and still going, I would say that I could probably air this tire up again. Awesome, guys. I will put a link in below so you can check this out on my Amazon store. Super impressive, and for the price, you won't beat this little compressor. Super handy, nice handle, nice to stow away. Put the hose and everything back up in here in the bottom, and you just ain't gonna get a better deal than this little thing to be able to charge it up and have battery powered air whenever you go somewhere. So definitely the most impressive of the air compressors I've ever tested, and the main reason it's impressive is, like I said, rechargeable. You take this thing out and just hook it up and charge and run your air. I mean, if you're using this on motorcycles, you could air up a lot of motorcycle tires with this. I just aired up the truck tire. Thank you guys for watching Woodzman Adventures. Click the thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Right on.